Quickly, Man City manager Pep Guardiola spoke to the media following his side's 3-1 win over Red Star Belgrade last night. He said Rodri is the most complete player in world football. Have a listen.
He's the best, yeah. Yeah, he's the best. Have a good mentality and good things to improve to it, but he's an extraordinary holding midfielder. Not just for the goal has done, he's top-class player. But not just of that, it's the amount of defensively, offensively, the composure, read the spaces, when you know exactly where the man free. Close to the box is so dangerous.
Him, I listen, he's a fantastic player. He's absolutely incredible. The player that they bought, I think it was about 3 years ago for 70 million from Atletico. Everyone knew he was going to take over from
Fernandinho.
When I was going to say Busquets, the national side.
The national team, but yeah, Fernandinho at City.
Yeah, and he hasn't disappointed. He had an amazing season. He won the Nations League as well with Spain. Yeah. He won the treble.
Yeah,
he's just.
I think he's now past Kevin De Bruyne as their most influential player.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I like Kevin De Bruyne. I think he's fantastic. He could do everything. But when you look at Rodri and the influence that he has on that team, I mean, he's a holding midfield player, but the way he gets forward, he's passing. And he's not one of these holding midfield players that's sideways and backwards and doesn't take risks. Some of his passes, he does take risks, but he always seems to choose the right option, and he steps up with big goals in big games as well. So look at Sheffield United, for instance, needed it, bang, Champions League final. I like him. And listen, he's in the conversation as being one of the best holders ever. I mean, again, because we're so fixated at times as football fans with the here and now, you do sometimes forget about players that have come obviously before. So like someone who, listen, who's in the conversation, because the impact he had from that same position is Kanté. When you talk about hold, you talk about a guy that won the league with Leicester, which is arguably probably the greatest feat ever, you'd say, in Premier League history.
For an underachieving side to win that is crazy, yeah.
He was responsible for that. He then goes to Chelsea, they win the Premier League. He then wins the World Cup with France, all in a short space of time. So he's influence, and you saw when Chelsea won the Champions League recently, he was unbelievable.
You the winning goal in Champions League, right?
No, that was Kai Havertz for Chelsea.
No, I'm talking about Rodri for Man City. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Kanté.
Right.
How good he was, and people would almost forget about how good he was. But yeah, for Rodri, I just think I love watching him play. As I said, he always chooses the right options, takes risks, but they always seem to pay off. And he's almost evolving that holding midfield role again.
Does he go, I know the answer is no, but does he go unnoticed in a team of superstars? You've got Haaland, you've got Kevin De Bruyne, you've got some unbelievable players.
I don't think he does now. If you look at consistency, he is right up there.
Yeah. I think he played the most amount of games for City last season as well.
It doesn't surprise me. His performance, he's at least an 8 every single week.
Yeah. Let's speak to a Man City fan. If you want to join the party, you can. 03717 223344. I apologise if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Is it Amin or Amin?
Hi there, it's Amin.
Amin, hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for phoning up as well. You've just heard my take and Bentley's take on Rodri. How great a player is he for your side?
Honestly, he's such a special player. He has got to be the most influential player in this Man City team. He is undroppable. The amount of games he plays for a Man City team, especially under Pep Guardiola, this guy drops players weeks in, weeks out, even if you have good performances. So he's undroppable. He has to play every single game. As you've seen, Calvin Phillips came in after a great season, played for England as well, and he just couldn't get a sniff because he just can't reach that level that Rodri's got right now.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Listen, you had Fernandinho, who was fantastic for you guys for years, was part of that original crew that started winning league titles and was obviously a catalyst in why Manchester City is so dominant now. Would you put Rodri above him?
It's hard to say because Fernandinho, he was in that transition period and, he was amazing in that time. But, okay, now thinking about it, I would probably put Rodri above Fernandinho right now. As much as Fernandinho is a legend and, he means a lot to the fans, Rodri's next level. He does everything that you need from a central defensive midfielder. He's breaking the lines, he's finding passes, he's scoring important goals. Even when you're talking back to when he first joined City, scored the winning, one of the goals in the League Cup final against Aston Villa. That Aston Villa game in the Premier League when Gundogan won the league, Rodri was one of the scorers that day. And you can't forget the Champions League final. Like that, there's nothing bigger.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for that. Listen, I agree with you. I think he's an absolute superstar. Brett, the Man United fan, isn't convinced. Hello, Brett.
Andy.
I'm good. How are you? Oh, Brett Rogers.
Yeah, of course.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, are you?
I'm good. It says on my screen what you're going to say. Have you been drinking this afternoon?
Listen, tell me yes or no. I was listening to Jamie last night, and I heard him saying Rodri's potentially in the all-time 11 Premier League. Now that's a bit ridiculous. Do you not think?
Hold on, best players or best midfielders?
Well, Jamie O'Hara, Chunky was saying his best all-time 11.
I mean, I can't fault him. I think he's an unbelievable player.
Yeah, but to say all-time already, I mean, there have been, and that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people think about the here and now and forget about what's gone on before.
Do you mean in that position?
Well, in that position, I mean, is it what that position's new to us all? Is it not the CDM as they call it? Yeah, it's
relatively.
He's a midfielder. Let's have it right.
I'd say, as CDMs go in the Premier League, he's without doubt in the top 5.
What now?
Yeah, no, of all time.
Oh, I mean, that's hard, that.
Well, I could name 3 right now, better than him in that position. Mascherano, Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane.
I mean, Mascherano, not in Liverpool.
Well, maybe, I mean...
You'd say Patrick Vieira as a CDM, would you?
He was, but he was
defensive. I mean, he was up and down.
Yeah, he was like a governor.
Yeah, you know,
governor.
I know he was the governor, but he didn't sit like Kante would sit.
So Kante's one that I think, wow, he's definitely one I look at and go, he changed the fortunes for... Just think about him at his pomp. You can have one holder.
McElhenney in that role.
Yeah, of course, he was the...
I mean, he's got it named after him, right?
Exactly.
So he's going to be in the conversation.
But you've got Kante, you've got McElhenney, you've got Rodri, Fernandinho's good.
Do you think Man City could go this season unbeaten in the league?
Yeah, I do.
Could we see the Invincibles again?
We could, yeah.
I can't see who's going to beat them. Genuinely, I know if they have a bad day at the office, they make 3 or 4 substitutions. They've got a brand new team on the pitch.
Honestly,
of superstars.
You think about what they can bring back from injury as well. The likes of De Bruyne has been out for a while.
Well, they've got Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish, Kovacic, and Stones all out injured.
But did you hear what's called?
And they don't look weak when they play.
No. Did you hear what's called last night? And he's 100% correct. Rio talked about Kyle Walker. He's the best right back the Premier League's ever seen. 100%.
We've said that. We know that Rio listens to this show and lifts bits from it, and then he goes on telly and people think he's a genius. But everyone knows he's nicking it from you.
Yeah, how good is he?
He's fantastic. Rio?
Well, Walker.
He's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic.
I don't know how you get past him.
He just looks like a proper... They all do. They'd win the World Cup. It pains me to say it.
Yeah, probably.
Man City are head and shoulders above anyone on the planet at the moment. Pains me to say it.
Remember when you said that Man United would finish above them?
I said a Manchester club will win the league.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.